Did you know that 2 wines 100% made out of Chardonnay could taste completely different? Hola, how you doing? I meant to say that. So I'm gonna bring 2 different types of Chardonnay to my friend Ben, who says he likes Chardonnay, to see his thoughts on which Chardonnay he likes. So Ben has no clue that I'm recording this or that I even set up a blind tasting. So let's go in, see him, have a good night drinking some Chardonnay. Hola, how you doing?
Welcome to the
What's up? What's up?
Welcome.
Hey everybody, this is Ben Ramos, a good friend of mine.
Hey pals.
I texted him today while we were hanging out. He's like, hey, can you help me out with some lights? We should have done lights first, lit it all up.
Oh shit.
That's all right.
That's a good idea.
Now we're hungry, so we want to drink some wine. We're going to go pick up our food and then drink some more wine while we eat.
And learn about lights.
And learn about lights.
And wine.
And wine.
Cool.
So I texted Ben and I was like, yo Ben, I'm going to bring some wine. What kind of wine do you like? He's like, what did you say?
Oh, Chardonnay.
I meant to say that, but I didn't say it, so I
can resend it.
So I could include the voice memo in there.
like it, the Chardonnay.
And so what Ben means by that is just like anytime he's at a wedding.
Oh, that's good.
Anytime he's at Norm, come here.
Good boy.
He just likes the Chardonnay. So I was like, cool. Like I'm gonna take that information. He doesn't know what I have in these bags. I'm gonna get 2 wines, put them side by side. We're both gonna try them. So we're brown bagging it, bro. We should just walk down to get our food like this.
No kidding.
So they're both whites.
Okay, cool.
Because I was like, I'm just gonna keep it with the white wine.
Nice, good choice. I lean white when it comes to my wine, so I'm into that.
There you go.
Cool.
I definitely lean red, but have been loving whites. Like,
well, I feel like summertime's good for white. You know what I mean?
It's totally true, and I've just been like obsessed with Riesling.
Oh, really?
All summer.
No way.
Yeah, we'll do a Riesling tasting next. Oh, so now you know it's not Riesling.
Okay, well I wouldn't have known anyway, so.
But what's interesting about that is like everybody has this understanding of Riesling as being this sweet like dessert wine.
Yeah.
Yes, there are sweet dessert wines that are Rieslings, but honestly, like there's just as many that are dry or just off dry and absolutely delicious.
Wow, cool.
So these are 2 wines, so I would like us to just go through, taste them.
Okay.
Whether we were recording or not, this is what I would do.
No, I'm dope. I'm here for it.
Because I knew you were. And that's why I was like, I'm going to do this, because most of my friends I can't do. So the first, these are nice glasses.
Cool, I'm glad you like them. I wasn't sure. I don't know.
No, these are super nice.
Well, I just wasn't sure like if it needed
they're Riedel.
Okay, I don't know what that means.
That's like, they have really nice glasses. They have really nice glasses.
I think you can get them at Crate and Barrel.
Yeah, you totally can. So what we're going to do first is...
So tell me, like, honestly, like, I don't really wine taste. So, like, show me, like, what I should be doing.
The reason I'm swirling
is
literally just so it helps, like, get all those aromatics into the glass. And the reason it's concaved at the top, the glass goes like this.
Yep.
And the reason why I don't typically love stemless wine glasses, even though these are really nice ones, is our hands are touching the wine right now.
Right, so it's changing the temperature. Yeah,
exactly.
Yep, okay, that makes sense.
So it's fine, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Casually drinking, it doesn't matter. These are really nice stemless glasses. They're nice. They're less likely to get knocked over, like with dogs and out on the patio.
Cool.
The reason you swirl is to get those aromatics, and then I'm gonna smell it. So you're just literally gonna stick your nose in there. I smell that. I smell like citrus. Like honestly, I'm not very good at like naming stuff yet, to be honest. But like I'm like,
yeah, I can smell citrus for sure.
Smell citrus. What kind of citrus? Then I go.
Interesting. Okay.
I also feel like I'm getting some type of like tropical fruit as well.
Yep, I can feel that.
I don't know which one yet. Maybe like a pineapple. I don't know. Maybe not. But not like sweet pineapple.
Right. No, nothing's really sweet
about
this.
Maybe it's more like pear. Maybe it's more subtle like that.
Almost, if we're gonna get weird, I feel like I can almost smell like apple tones too. Totally. But like I don't know if that's right.
Dude, whatever.
No.
I don't care. There's definitely right and wrong when you get into like the education world of wine, but like right now, no. It's like cool. Let's just have fun. Okay, now let's smell this one. Don't even try it yet.
Okay.
And let's see if we smell a difference.
Okay.
I feel like that one has.
This one's way more buttery.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's way more butter, and that's definitely more citrus.
That's interesting. Sure. Yeah, totally. I feel like this also...
I'm probably going to enjoy this one more based off my potential taste.
And what you think it is.
Yeah.
Like where you like go.
Yeah, my heart's just like racing.
But also this I feel like has a more pronounced aromaticness.
Yep.
Where like this is more like mellow tones.
It's
like you said,
smooth.
butter. It's
smooth,
yes, it
yeah.
does it. It feels more mellow, smoother. Yeah, totally, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you nailed that.
This is beautiful. I'm so excited to try this. I'm gonna try it second.
Let's go first. Yeah.
Okay.
Cheers,
Cheers.
brother.
Hey.
Thanks for hanging out with me, bro.
Of course, man. Cheers, guys. Let's go.
That's really good.
It is good. For me, it's a little weak. Like the taste is like, I want like what I look for in when I mean, okay, so I like Chardonnay.
Yeah.
I'm not like well versed in Chardonnay to know what exact types I like, but I do know, like generally speaking, I always ask, hey, which one's your most buttery?
Really?
That's always what I ask when I'm
that's
sitting
like
down at a
what
restaurant.
You go for.
I really like the smooth, thick, like buttery vibe.
Interesting.
And so this is like, for me, it's nice.
It's acidic. It feels brighter, more acidic, more like citrus notes.
Yep.
I do definitely get like pear, apple.
Yeah, now that I'm like tasting it in my mouth, yeah.
It's dry though. Like
it is dry and it's light. Mm-hmm. It's light and it's definitely
call it medium bodied still.
Medium body. Okay, interesting.
Technically medium body. Yeah, like when you go light, like I could pour you a Pinot Grigio that's not very good. It's like lemon water.
Got it.
It's actually like water with like a.
Interesting.
And that's low quality Pinot.
Okay, cool.
There's good Pinot Grigio and there's good Pinot Gris, which is the same grape in France. Pinot Grigio is Italian.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, okay, sweet.
And then here, let's go to the second one.
All right.
Cheers, my brother.
Cheers. Let's go. Oh man, I'm hyped. Oh, interesting. It hits different.
Totally. You see how like
wow,
that is bright and acidic.
And I almost
this is not as acidic.
No, and it's almost like woody.
Totally.
You know what I mean? Like it kind of has like some like earth tone vibes to it. Damn, that's really good.
What fruit notes are you getting? So whenever I'm tasting wine, I try to go personally.
Okay.
I try to go fruit.
Okay.
Which is like a primary characteristic. And then when you start talking about like the butter and the wood, that's a secondary characteristic, and I'll tell you what that means.
Cool.
And then there's a third characteristic called the tertiary characteristics from aging. Neither of these are old. You could tell by the color of them.
Got it.
And just like I know they're both newer wines.
Sure.
But you're right. When you do drink this one, like
I tasted
this one,
wood.
fruit pops out.
Yep. I was
this one. Those secondary characteristics pop up, which is winemaking.
Interesting.
So this is terroir and like traditional winemaking. I say traditional, maybe. And then this is like, I taste this and I'm like, I taste winemaking.
Interesting.
Instead of fruit and terroir.
Sure.
Yeah.
I kind of like, this could be way off, but like, my first thought was like a plum vibe, but I don't think that's even a thing. That can't be.
It totally could be a thing. I don't know if it's really a thing in this wine.
Right. Because
like,
plum would be dark or like red, you would think, right? Or like more.
Yeah,
more
but
common.
I totally get what you're saying, though.
It's like more of like a thicker.
Exactly. This leads you to more of those deeper notes than like.
So what are you tasting?
I'm trying to find fruit too, dude.
All I taste is wood.
I'm tasting vanilla. I'm tasting butter. I'm tasting wood. You're totally like you nailed it on the head. That's what this tastes like to me. Okay.
Interesting.
You ready for the reveal?
Yeah, let's see it.
So the first one we drank is a Chablis.
Okay.
2019 Chablis.
Cool.
Chablis.
Chablis.
And so what Chablis is Chardonnay.
Oh, cool.
From France.
Oh, cool.
So this is Old World versus New World.
Cool.
California, Central Coast.
Yep.
New World.
And that's exactly. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Good,
I was gonna say that's where I fell in love with Chardonnay was in Sonoma.
Okay.
Yeah, we were.
So this is not Sonoma, but it's like it's of that style where, like, so in like Chablis is also cool climate. So in cool climates, you don't have as ripe of grapes.
Okay.
They tend to struggle to get riper longer. They tend to be, not always, but they tend to be more acidic.
Gotcha.
Also in the style of winemaking, there is much more minimally invasive. Like this, I'm pretty sure it even said it, with indigenous yeast. So like yeast that is like there already, either on the grapes, on the machines, in the air. So this is very much like harvest the grapes and let it just be what it is.
Okay, cool.
Not oak aged.
Interesting.
So, and if it is an oak, it's in old oak barrels where it's not imparting any oak flavor.
Gotcha.
So this is very much a true testament of the terroir, meaning the land, the soil of which it was grown in, and then just like fermented with the natural yeast that's there, and this is what you get. Which to me...
I just tasted this again. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off again.
You can cut me off all you want, bro.
I'm tasting a lot of orange in this all of a sudden. After going from this to this.
Interesting.
I don't know.
I could totally see that. Yeah. Dude, he's a good taster. Holy cow. You might be better than me.
No.
But, so, like, to me, like, this is your preference. That's my preference.
Interesting. Cool.
So, and there's a difference between knowing something's good.
Sorry. Norm, leave it.
There's a difference between knowing something's good and liking something.
Right.
Like, I can taste this and I can investigate this as, like, a good wine. And I think it's good. To be honest, out of, like, oaky Chardonnays I've had, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
To be honest. It's not great.
Yeah.
Like, there's not much complexity. Like I said, there's not much fruit. Like,
sure.
The aftertaste isn't very long. Like,
yeah.
It's fine. It's not very complex. Mm-hmm. This isn't, like, high-end by any means.
Sure.
Either. It's also good. I think it's technically a little bit better quality. From my perception of this, and I'm not talking preference-wise, I've had ones like this that I've had, don't like as much, but I know it's a lot better quality.
Sure. So...
Old world, new world. So then in this, what you're tasting is a warmer climate. California is a lot warmer versus the cool climate of that. Puppy. Of the cool climate of that. So that we're getting acidity. This we're getting higher sugar levels. This might be more alcohol, might not. 14.6 versus 14.5. So actually pretty similar.
They're similar. Cool.
But warmer climate, so you're getting less acidity because it's ripening more and faster and more sun contact and a lot of winemaking.
Cool.
So like you're getting the wood, like you're like, I smell butter and wood. I'm like, that's exactly what I tried to do here. It was like Chardonnay, two ways.
Yeah.
Old world versus new world. Not all new world does it like this, but this is kind of a classic example of it. Not like, there's obviously much better versions of
Of course.
There's definitely much better versions of both these. These both ran, I think.
I was to say, what do they
just
cost?
Around, I think 18.
Okay, cool.
So like a very reasonable bottles of wine, you know.
Sure.
But showing the example of what Chardonnay can be and how versatile it really is.
Yeah.
Did you know Chardonnay is one of the main grapes in Champagne?
I did not know that.
So is Pinot Noir.
Interesting.
So like the red grape that makes Pinot Noir a red wine, you could like you crush it and you get the juice off before. Red wine is only red because of the skins. All grape juice is white.
Interesting.
Red wine is only red because they let it ferment with the grapes.
With the skin on it.
Versus white wine, they literally, some white wines are like greener colors.
Sure.
But like rosé is red grapes that they leave the skins on for like 3 hours.
Right.
No, like 3 hours.
Interesting.
And then they press it off.
Interesting.
Whereas red wine, it's like a week to like a month on the skins.
Interesting. Wow, that's really cool.
And they do different things to like extract the color, like by mashing it up and doing stuff.
Super cool. Dude, this is awesome. This was really awesome.
Dude, we're gonna do this more often.
I'm so down.
You're like, oh, I love having you right now, man. This is great.
This is so cool because I definitely like. It's interesting, like going back between because I feel like it like cleanses your palate almost. You know what I mean?
Totally. To start to learn wine, if we just were to drink one, we'd be like, oh, cool, and we'd talk about it for like a little bit, but there's nothing to compare it to. So it's like drinking wine next to each other to learn about it is always the
this is rad.
Another reason that this doesn't feel like it has the same acidity as this, even though it might, and it's also the same reason why it tastes buttery. There's a process that this style of Chardonnay goes through that almost all red wine goes through, but not all white wine goes through.
Okay.
Not all of red wine, but a lot of red wine goes through it. It's called malolactic fermentation.
Okay.
And that's literally, it's like it's almost like a yeast or like bacteria that you add to your wine. So it happens, like it wants to happen naturally.
Okay.
But again, as winemakers, we like to, I'm not a winemaker, I make wine, but like they like to control it, like what strain it is.
Sure.
And what it does is it turns the malactic acid into lactic acid. And it mellows out all that acid.
Gotcha.
It literally like makes it feel less acidic.
Yeah.
And then gives off that buttery characteristic specifically in Chardonnay. Like that butter you're tasting is malactic fermentation. Literally.
Cool.
It's not like in the grapes, it's winemaking, like
it's part of the process.
It's part of the process.
It's like okay.
So that's why it's a secondary characteristic.
Interesting.
Instead of a primary. Yeah.
Got it. So
Isn't that interesting? Yeah.
That is really cool. So I didn't actually know that. I didn't realize that. I kind of thought that like, I mean, I really don't know much about wine, but I kind of just assumed that like the buttery characteristics of that woody would probably be part of the first characteristic, like part of like maybe where the grapes came from or like where they were grown or something.
Totally.
But
it all definitely plays together, but like that butteriness and the wood
that's done like
it's
afterwards.
Because this was in French oak.
Got it.
So like it had oak on it as well. So it's also oak aged.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's yep.
So what's this have? Let's see. Does it
it doesn't have much. It's not oak aged. It's not. There's nothing really happened. It's wine. It's literally grapes mashed up, indigenous yeast wine. Crazy. Some sulfites to preserve it. Like that's it.
But what was in those grapes? What did they mix with it?
Well, look at look limestone.
Okay.
There isn't limestone. I don't think. Well, let's see where these.
So how does limestone?
Gravelly soiled, cup with are deep sand and gravelly soils. So it's like completely different types of grounds.
Yeah.
So like lime soils, therefore lime, right? That's why we're getting
citrus.
I'm just kidding.
Is that right?
I don't think so.
Okay. Yo, you had me.
I don't know. Maybe.
Dude, I mean,
I'm still learning.
You could have said that straight up.
Limestones means it tastes like
limes. Tastes like limes. No, right? It's no. That means well, that means you had me sold. I mean, shit.
That's awesome.
That's really cool.
Do you see? Like, there's a lot less to talk about here.
Yeah.
And every vineyard, not every vineyard writes a thing out, but like really, like there's not much going on in that except for the grapes.
Yeah, and the limestone.
And like the grapes that were grown on these limestone vineyards, I guess, and then like fermented.
Interesting.
We're like, like literally like, and then they put some sulfite in it just to protect it because white wine can go bad. People are like, oh, I get headaches from sulfites. Red wine, blah blah blah. I'm like. White wine has more sulfites than red wine because it's more delicate. Yeah. It goes bad a lot quicker. It oxidizes a lot faster.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like 100,000% into that, over that. This is good, but that's
awesome.
I'm at a restaurant, like I'm getting that.
All right, 100%. We'll do another one sometime where now I know
Let's try every type of wine. Let's just do a series. I
love it.
Let's just do every type of, every style of wine. Like we can do Pinot Grigio, we can do Pinot Noir, we can do Merlot, we can do Cab Sauv. I'm down.
I love it.
Let's fucking go. I mean, let's freaking go.
Yeah,
exactly. Cool. This was great.
Well, thanks, Ben.
Yeah, man.
Let's go get our food.
Let's go smash. We're having Thai food, peeps.
So really, we should be drinking like a sweet Riesling.
Okay.
Like so spicy food.
Wait, now you
spicy food, sweet wine.
Interesting. Okay.
It helps. It balances everything out because people are like, I don't like sweet wines. Then you put it next to spicy food, you're like, that doesn't taste sweet anymore.
Huh.
Yeah. Acidic food, acidic wine.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, thank God I got you in my corner now, so I can know which wine I should be drinking at every meal.
People text me all
I'm literally gonna be like, yo, what should I get right now? Hey, keep watching, subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Check all the notes in the bio. You know, all that YouTube.
Chardonnay 2 ways. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope this was insightful for you. I hope it encourages you to go sit around with friends, enjoy your time together, have some great wine together. Like, subscribe, comment down below anything you learned. Comment if you want any other comparisons. Let me know. I'm here for you, and I'm here for hanging out with friends, drinking wine. Cheers.